European rules come into force today, banning insurers from setting their prices according to gender. You're hearing of this on the news and on breakfast, and we'd like to know what you think of it. So, well, I don't know. It's fair enough, isn't it? It's equality. We're not allowed to discriminate on gender in any other area of life or business, so why on earth should insurance be any different? Basically, yes, women will have to pay more money to balance them up with the fellas. And, well, do you know what? Who knows as well, because there's more money coming in. Men's premiums might go down a bit as well. Possibly not, but it's a thought. We'd love your take on this. Lady drivers, please, give us a call. How do you feel about having to pay substantially more? Not just the ladies as well. Let's speak to the fellas. This is a good thing, isn't it, fellas? Bit of equality. 0845 300 8181. Give us a call, or on the text, it's 81333, and stick HW at the start of it, and it'll get to me. We're going to speak to West Midlands MEP Nikki Sinclaire from the We Demand a Referendum party. She's on the line right now, and obviously she's an MEP, so she knows all about the workings of Europe, don't you, Nikki?
Not quite. It's an impossible thing to know everything about Europe. They don't want you to know everything.
Oh, is that how it works? They like to keep you confused?
Exactly.
So what's your take on all of this? This is fair enough, isn't it? This is just dragging the insurance industry into the 21st century. We're not allowed to discriminate anywhere else. So you know, really, why should insurance be any different?
Well, it has to be different because insurance is a private industry and it's based on risk management. And on the face of it, it looks good. We've got gender equality. But what this is actually going to really mean, and you said about, well, maybe men's premiums will be lower. They won't be any lower. Women's premiums have already increased from the 1st of December. So what that actually really means is that the average family will pay more. And I've had loads of letters from across the region I represent, the West Midlands and Hereford and Worcester, from women saying, I'm not going to be able to drive when these rules come in because I don't know how I'm going to get my kids to school and then get to work, which complicates another EU. What the EU would try to do is get more women back into the workplace and, you know, get women higher up the employment chain. So that's actually going to make it much harder for women to juggle their family commitments. And it's going to... Bottom line, it's going to cost the average family more. And actually, today also sees men being disadvantaged further because also these new rules about gender based on insurance premiums is going to actually affect men's life insurance, their pensions. So actually, they're going to get less annuity on their pensions because of the new gender rules.
Surely, the insurance companies must be happy about this. Are they pleased? They're going to get more money, aren't they? They're the winners in this.
They will ultimately be winners. On the face of it, they're saying they disagree with it, which they probably do, because obviously it's inflicting rules on them, and they would rather obviously determine their own rules in the marketplace. So the insurance industry has been going for 240 years, and it's a risk-based management. You know, if you live in a very, very crime-ridden area, you're going to pay more for your house insurance than if you live in a leafy village that has virtually no crime. That's just common sense. And equally, where these EU rules will go, that you will get a 17-year-old that will have to be insured at the same rate as a 60-year-old.
Well, do you know? I was going to come on to that. Let's talk about that very briefly. Yeah, if they're gonna make it non-discriminatory in terms of gender, then it's got to be age next, doesn't it? You can't discriminate in any other form of life or business against someone's age. That's ageism. So is it going to be the same with the insurance industry?
Yes, it will do, because that's the logical next step, and that's where the European Union will go. So basically, you will take, the average 17-year-old driver has quite a few accidents. So, they're learning on the road. I had a few accidents when I was 17, 18. You do. And, that the insurance companies, at the end of the day, it's a private industry. They need to make money. And if they're having to pay out and lower their premiums, well, they're simply not going to lower their premiums, aren't they? They're going to raise their premiums for everyone. So the net result is we pay more. And don't forget on insurance, there's VAT, which is what the government and the EU take a big slice of.
Absolutely.
So the EU gain from this whichever way.
And let's take it to its next ridiculous level. Do you think there could come a time when we see drunk drivers saying that their human rights have been infringed because they've had their licence taken off them? Is that where Europe's going to go next?
Well, wouldn't surprise me, but obviously drunk drivers, people who have bad driving records, including especially drunk drivers, dangerous drivers, obviously have points in their licence, and insurance companies take that into account when determining their premium.
That's discrimination, isn't it?
Well, that's the ECJ may well find that, and then we will be bound by that. And then the safe, law-abiding person, as usual, will end up paying for everyone else's recklessness. That's why we need a referendum on the EU. If we want to make these laws, they should make them in Westminster, and if we disagree with them, we can unelect our MPs, because we don't elect these unelected people in Luxembourg and the Commission, and it's about time that we just had a referendum on our membership of the European Union, that's why I'm standing for.
Are we stuck with this then, Nikki? Is there nothing we can do?
No, unfortunately there isn't. This was a European Court of Justice decision based on previous EU legislation, and I've been talking about this actually for about 18 months actually, and warning about this, and it's basically fallen on deaf ears, because the EU just want this one-size-fits-all integration, and it simply doesn't work. One size does not fit all. As we've seen, if you look at the economy, Greece and Germany are not the same and can never be counted as the same, but they thought they could merge a currency, and look how well that's gone to.
Listen, good to speak to you. Thank you ever so much. Happy Christmas, Nikki.
You too. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. There we are. West Midlands MEP Nikki Sinclaire from the We Demand a Referendum party.